So anyways, let's talk about Navy Federal's best kept secret, you guys. Let me just tell you, the reason why I know about this process is because I'm going through it right now as we speak. So Navy Federal has a home buyers program that is 100% finance, is zero down. The only thing you pay is your closing costs, right? And so what are the qualifications to get or be a part of this home buying program? So first of all, you have to be a Navy Federal member, right? Secondly, you have to have fair credit. Doesn't have to be top-notch credit, just no negative items, right? And the other stipulation or the other requirement is that you have to purchase a home within 50 miles of your residence, your current residence. Now, there are some loopholes in this loan process, right, for the home buyer's choice. The name of the program is Home Buyers. It's Navy Federal's Home Buyer's Choice program. They have multiple programs, but this particular one is a zero down program. So, but the loophole in the home buyers program is if you work from home. Now, if you work from home and you're able to show that you work from home, you can actually use this loan to buy a home out of state that you're going to move, like if you're relocating. I think this is an amazing program, especially if you're considering relocating. You know, where you live is a little expensive and you're trying to change your lifestyle and bring down your expenses, right? The good thing about this program, and that most people don't know about, first of all, is zero down, right? The loan is good for 90 days, so you have a good amount of time to not only qualify, find the home, but you can do all of this online. You don't actually have to go into the bank to qualify for this loan. So just make sure that you have like your W-2s. I'm sorry, the only thing that they really want is they're going to run your credit. Make sure you have your last 2 years of your taxes. And if you're an entrepreneur, make sure that you show the last 2 years, whether you're working, whether you worked for someone and now you're moving into employment. Make sure you have your 2 years of taxes ready. But let me just tell you this, you guys. Navy Federal has this program where basically you can get 2 homes in 2 years. So the home buying program, you get it for 0%, zero down. It's not 0%, there is interest, right? So zero down and you just pay your closing costs. You can use this program for 1 year. And after 1 year of paying it on time, you can actually go back and qualify for a residential property. So what you're doing basically is leveraging your job or leveraging your credit to get into a home with no money down, right? You pay that on time for a year, then you can go right back to Navy Federal the next year to get a rental property. The other stipulation with this loan is that you can only qualify up to 2 units. So you can actually get this loan, right? Get you a duplex, live in one, and then basically have a tenant pay your mortgage for a whole year, right? Then you take that rent. Let me just get, okay. Here's a hack, right? Because I'm always just going into it like it's just what it is. But this is exactly how you can have someone pay your rent for your first year. And then you can go and say you move to a place you're not really excited about, or you don't really like. Live there for 1 year, get a duplex, have the tenant pay your rent. You live in the other one. Go back to Navy Federal the second year. Get your rental property, but this rental property is going to be possibly your dream home, right? So what you can do is show your income for that year, but also calculate the rent that you were receiving for that second unit so that you can qualify for a higher loan for the second home. You see how that goes? So this is why I say this is Navy Federal's best kept secret, because you have a lot of people going crazy about like Bank of America's new program, which is fine, right? The only stipulation in regards to location, unlike Bank of America, is that you have to be within 50 miles of where you currently live. And like I said, the loophole in that is if you work from home. If you work from home and you're thinking about relocating, you can just prove that you are virtually working from home, and then you can qualify for a home out of state. Right? So say, for example, you're in California, you feel like California's a little too high and you're ready to relocate to Texas. So what you can do is put the qualification, or put your information in. What you can do is put your information in, let them know that you're looking for a home in Texas. They're going to ask you, well, why are you moving to Texas, or how are you going to move to Texas if you live in California? And you can tell them that you work from home, and that's how you can still qualify for this program. So again, the stipulations for this particular loan is for you to be a Navy Federal member. You have to have reasonable credit, right? No negative items. And if you guys do have negative items and you're thinking or trying to inquire on how to get those removed, you could click the link down below. I have 2 offers that I can basically give you. You can join my Pretty on Paper Academy, or you can just buy my dispute letter bundle. But either way, those things, and also you can buy the Pretty on Paper book, which helps you remove negative items from your credit. So, but that's the one thing that you have to make sure that you don't have any negative items. So you are Navy Federal member, no negative items, reasonable credit. You have your 2 years of taxes, and you live within 50 miles of where you're actually trying to purchase. If you physically have a job. But again, if you work from home and you're ready to relocate, this is an excellent program to take advantage of. And the great part is if you get this loan, you pay it on time for a year, Navy Federal will allow you to come back and buy another property. So basically, I just taught you how to get 2 homes in 2 years with no money down. Right? So do you see why I said this is Navy Federal's best kept secret? You see? So it's really not about money, like having money all the time, you guys. It's really about learning the programs that are out there, and then learning how to leverage what you currently have. Now, it's not about, becoming rich, but this is a way to become financially free. And how you start by becoming financially free is having something, a vehicle, a vessel, something, right, that you're paying for, and you figure out a way for someone else to pay you for that. So if I were you, if I was to do this program, well, I am doing this program, right? But if I were to do it in a different way, because I'm doing it in another state, it's too expensive here in California, so we're not doing it. We're moving somewhere else. But if I were you, this is what I would do. If you're in a state where there's duplexes, I would definitely, for this particular loan, I would get qualified for a duplex, so that the tenant could, 2 things are happening when you get the duplex. You have the tenant paying your bill, and then also you can calculate that into your income for the next loan that you're going to go for, and your next income property, which would be the next year. They'll allow you to do it. The one thing that I want you guys to make sure you do is make sure you pay your mortgage on time, because as you know, it's all about being pretty on paper. It's all about being profitable, but you have to understand that these banks, that we're building relationships with banks. So the better you are with them, the more they will offer you. So that is it, you guys.